Alright, Physical EZA Vegito. He has finally arrived on Global Dokkan. Physical EZA Vegito, I hate to say this, but is an EZA, right? He is, I guess one way to put it is, he is a checklist of everything you want a Dokkan Fest Anniversary LR EZA to be, except it's all crossed out. This guy here, I'll give you my honest thoughts. We'll break down the kit really quickly. Certainly leaves a decent bit to be desired. I think that there's always going to be permanent utility in the scout, not the scouter, but the ability to tank a normal attack. And when I say that, I'm not being sarcastic. When you put this guy on teams where he is going to be in like a decent situation, and you're not like expecting him to carry you and do everything that you need him to do perfectly, I think this guy can be a very useful unit that I honestly think will age pretty well. But the problem is the attack stats and everything in between with that is just not there. It's 2023, and you guys are going to see in the video, we'll probably take him into like ESBR or something like that, and you guys can just see him really quickly in action. It's just not enough. So quickly, let's break him down. He, he's a Busaga lead for 170, but you're not running him as a leader. Causes immense damage to enemy and raises allies' attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn on super attack. So that's really good because it's support. But when we look at the passive, we have damage received from normal attacks minus 80% and counters with tremendous power. So this means you want to build him with crit. Defense plus 150%, attack plus 20% with each attack received up to 120%. So you want him to get hit 6 times, medium chance of performing a critical hit. So medium isn't great, but as a counter unit, you just want to be essentially going with a lot of crit. But there's also in here some crit that's built in. So maybe you want to do like a mixture of crit and dodge, because you have plus an additional defense plus 30% up to 90%, and then and also additionally a chance of performing a critical hit plus 10% up to 30% every time the character receives an attack 3 times. So the thing is like you want to build him with crit because that's up to 9 hits to fully build up that crit chance, right? When we look at the links, we have Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Fused Fighter, Power Bestowed by God, In-Fighter, Golden Warrior, and Fierce Battle. And then for his categories, we have the Busaga, Patara, Super Saiyans, Final Trump Card, Battle of Wits, Accelerated Battle, and Fused Fighters. So what we'll be doing is taking him into Final Trump Card Extreme Super Battle Road on the Buu Duo-led team, and you guys will see how he does in action. Full disclosure, we will use items when it's needed because that'll show the weakness in this unit and the fact that we can't just throw him in slot 1 and he's going to carry us. So let me go build the team for Final Trump Card ESBR, and I'll see you guys over there. Okay, so we've made it over to everybody's favorite Final Trump Card Extreme Super Battle Road. Here's the team we're going to be rocking with. We are going to be running 2 JP exclusives for this specific event, but it is not going to deter from the overall status of what we're looking at. So it's like, this isn't to showcase the 5 years, it's simply just to showcase Physical Vegito. So first turn, you guys can see we're off to a great start with the rotations. We are getting him in slot or in turn 2, so that's not awful. What do we want to do right away? Higher defense goes to the GT Duo, I believe, in slot 1, but they are also type disadvantage. So I think that this will be the best way to go. We will go after the STR. No, I don't want to go after the. I guess it actually doesn't matter in this case because we don't have God Goku on the team, so it's not going to be as big of a deal as it usually would be. Because like usually when you guys do this stage, it's like God Goku is kind of the no pun intended, but the trump card to the movie boss, which is Turles. So, ooh, wow, this stage hits hard. Okay. Yeah, so that's a good example right there of what you can expect with physical Super Vegito. Supers are going to light his day up. So I will give him a fair chance, though. I'm not going to hang him out to dry, and that's not the purpose of this video. It's not to be like, oh, look how much he sucks. It's to be like, hey, let's see if we can get this guy to look good, right? But unfortunately, I do believe that is going to be easier said than done, because the attack is just never going to be there. And no matter how you split it, where's the super coming? It's inevitable, right? No super. Cool. Okay. So now we're just going to let the 8 years do their thing, and then hopefully what we can do is get a lot of attacks in slot 1 for Physical Vegito so we can take a look at him in action. And then right here, a crit would be really nice from these two because this will get rid of the potential to take a super, and then we have dodge chance with Vegito on slot 3. No? Okay, that's fine. Alright, very lucky turn here. Didn't take a lot of damage whatsoever. So now we get to go ahead and take a look and see how we're going to do. with Physical Vegito, right? So there we go. Let's get into slot 2 or turn 2, and then we will see what we're working with here. So, can we come on? I need attacks. Vegito's got to get hit because that's how he builds up. All right, there's some in slot 1 here, so this will be a really good example of like, oh look, we have a unit here we could throw in slot 1 because he has 161k defense. Start of turn. Yeah, that's not exactly killing it, but he does have 80% damage reduction on normals, which is the idea. No items are active here, so we will see a type neutral attack at first, and if it's a super, you might as well kiss it goodnight. Let's see. Not a super, should be double digits. Yep, and then we get an attack, so we get 1 attack buff, so let's see how he looks with 1 attack buff. 1.6 million. 1.6. 1.7. Now, I don't know how many links he shares with the Boo Duo. Let me pull that up. But 1.7. And call it a skill issue, but that's not good. That's like, for a unit that EZA'd in 2023, for crying out loud, that is not good. We got to take a look here, because that was certainly not impressive. Where are you at? Well, I'll continue to move here, but where are you at, Vegito? We need the link tool. Shout out to Dokkan Info for this. Nobody? Cool. Alright, I don't know. Hold on. Categories, we want to go Majin Buu Saga, and then we want the leader. Here we go. Yeah, I want more. He shares not many links at all with the Boo Duo. Okay, so that is a little bit of a skill issue. It's not even 3 or 4, I don't think. Okay. So that's not great, but hold on. Patience, 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 patience. Next time we see him, we'll have a Vegito to throw in rotation, and then he shares, how many? This is what happens when I built a bad team. What we're really looking for, let me float this guy off, because that's who we're looking for at this point. I'm gonna pop an Usher, an Usher right here, and then we're going to devote this turn to attacking Boo, Fat Boo, in specific, because that's just kind of gonna be the biggest threat, I think. Yeah, so at most he shares 4 links, I think, but it's like it's not coming up on this tool that I'm using. Link tool we want. Come on, super. I'm gonna get it. What the hell is wrong with this thing, guys? Alright, come on, come on, come on. This is like dead time here, but you guys can see, oh, there we go. Yeah, so Fat Boo was taken care of. That's exactly what we were looking for. Okay. So this will be, you know, it's gonna happen, right? Like, we just one-turned it, and this isn't gonna show him at all. We'll definitely go into another event. We'll get him with a better link partner. It'll all work, right? The whole world will work here, but this was not a great showing. Just wasn't able to get exactly what I wanted from Physical Vegito, because he just hasn't seen the field. Okay, so here we go. Now we have a decent amount. We have 3 attacks in slot 1. He has type disadvantage here with, again, 161k defense. He's going to be taking 1 hit, and then pay attention to the bottom stat for the attack stat, and we'll see what it goes to after he takes those hits after super. So, yeah, this will be good. This is actually really good. So this is a type disadvantage super. What happens here with no item active? 1.3 million in ESPR. That's what happens, right? So, okay. Like, you can call it a skill issue, but it's like, that's his intended use, is to throw him in slot 1 and let him tank. You know, that's the whole idea of his kit with the damage reduction 80%. It's not about getting the clear on the run for this, but like, you guys can see that, like, that was a what's the word, right? Like, it was a pretty, you know, tame stage. I didn't go into the craziest thing in the world, but let's take him, I don't know. Let's just go into the Shadow Dragon stage of Red Zone. Okay, let me rebuild the team. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm being smart this time. We brought him a good linking partner in STR Vegito. It's going to be 5 links, and we'll make sure to transform with him, and hoo-ha, the whole world will work. So, right off the bat, great start. my rotations are going to be the blue boys on one rotation, and then the Vegitos on the other. So, right away, I guess we got to float you off, and you probably have the higher start of turn defense at 206. That'll work just fine. We'll get a little bit of build up right here with Gogeta, and then, you know, going into the next turn, it'll look a little bit more impressive when Vegito is on rotation with him. So that works out just fine. The beginning of this stage isn't too bad, but this is kind of a little test run to see what we can do with Vegito, because now we're not going to be an ESBR where the Super's going to do 1 million, but that was a good showing. I know he's type disadvantage, but that was not great. Like, he's supposed to be a slot 1 unit, and that did not work. I think we're gonna put up a short of that. It's just like, oh, physical Super Vegito goes off, and then it's just like, oh, 1.3 in Extreme Super Battle Road. Great. That's great, right? So, you know, I really don't think you can like point and say like, oh, you know, that was just stupid, because like the Boo Duo would have done the same thing. So I am not sure. Maybe they would have taken less, but you know, they would have been, you know, in the ballpark of 500 to 600K at the very least. So, I'm not hearing it. Wait a minute. I'm dumb. Am I? No, okay. I thought I didn't float them. Okay, so, or I thought I floated STR Vegito. So again, 161. It's exactly what we saw last time, so nothing has changed. And this, yeah, so let me check the links while I'm here, actually. Yeah, they still have 4 links. 1 link is not going to be the difference between, because it's not like an extreme class link. Yeah, so there we go. Obviously tanking that, but that's not the difference between 1.6 million and like 4 million, right? That's bad. That's really bad. We'll get him fully built up in this stage, and it'll be fine, but that's really bad. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, here we go. This is actually a really good test too. 380K in phase 1. Yeah. Certainly something. That's all I can say about that. Alright, well now we have our handy dandy blue boys linked together. I guess we'll... Nah, we don't need to stand by yet. We'll wait. It's too early for that. And we'll just do something like that. Okay, word. Now, yeah, 20K per normal, and then next time we see these boys, they're going to be able to go blue, and they're going to get guaranteed dodges and all that, and we can kind of just watch them do their thing, right? So boom, there we go. Not great for Vegito, but what we're going to be getting next turn, I believe, if we didn't heal up enough, should be under 77% HP. We definitely are. And we'll be able to do the fusion, and we'll get Vegito out, and it'll be a lot of fun, because we'll be able to see supers for the next 10 turns, which should be the remainder of the fight. I can't imagine it would be anything less than that, right? So 2 events. This will be a good showcase of what this guy can do. We took him into short form content. He got us killed. We were taking into long form content. He's already gotten rid of half of our HP. Again, couldn't see supers, so I'm not hearing skill issue. You know, slot 1 is his intended usage, I would say. Unless you have someone like way stacked up to put in the front, I would say this Vegito. And honestly, like, it's also not far-fetched to say he's a floater. But you also like want to take advantage, like, because he has to build up. So floating and only getting him every 3 turns, he's not going to be able to build up at all. So it's a bit of a mess, right? Okay, so we are type neutral here, but Vegito is at a disadvantage, and that is not good. But let's go ahead and fuse him. The super is in slot 2. This isn't good. We have no choice but to float him off. I guess we have to do this. Like, what choice do I have, right? If we don't want to lose. and I also want him to build up, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't like it, but it's what we have to do. We'll be able to get the rotation back. You guys saw the defense in the middle. Honestly, I forget the number off the top of my head. It'll be all right, I promise. So now he's gonna get a little bit more time to build up here, and then now we're gonna be starting to get some crit counters, which is nice. And the attack is it's steadily starting to go up here. Nothing too crazy, but it's getting up there. So what are we at now? 2.7. Not great. Considering, I'm not saying he needs to be the Boo Duo, but the Boo Duo is about to hit for about like 11 million or something like that. Certainly could be better. Yeah, 10 million. I want to give this Vegito the benefit of the doubt, but as someone who's had him on JP since February, it's not good, right? So it is what it is. Not every EZA can be perfect, but you guys are seeing him in the short form content, the long form content. I think this is a good way of going about it. It is fair. He's on a 200% lead. He has different opportunities. I put him in slot 1. He now has the advantage of foresight, so he can't get hit with a super. I was very scared of whatever damage she was going to do to... we'll see what she does to Vegito right here. If it's double digits, I'm going to feel kind of dumb, but you know, I wanted to play it safe, so I had to forego the rotation, unfortunately. So let's see. How much is this going to do? Yeah, 100k. Yeah, we absolutely could not afford to put him in slot 2. There was no way. All right. Now it's time for the blue boys to come out. They're going to start dominating. This is going to get ugly really quick. Yes. I love it. I love it. This is, again, the showcase isn't about them, but this will just kind of help us progress through this event quicker. And we will go until we A, lose, or B, win, obviously. So there's only 2 options. Boom, there we go. We'll take those, and just in case we have the 18 key with everybody. Perfect. And now these guys have a guaranteed dodge, and Vegito is going to get only 1 super in here, unfortunately, but it should be pretty beefy. Yeah, 6.3, not bad. Considering how much he's going to be building up throughout the rest of this event, that's pretty good. All right, so boom, there you go. Oh, wow, she survived. Okay, perfect, actually, because that's just another build-up. Thank you. The more supers, the better with these guys. So there we go, 4.7. And now we are in another situation where we probably have to, yep, 258k, not horrible. We'll put you in the front. Actually, no, so what we'll do is we'll skip this, and then we'll float them off. No. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll get some charges in. We'll grab these with Vegito, and Vegito now is at, let's make a check. He is at 256k defense. And then, so I'm not going to say that's great, but he's getting there. With 80% damage reduction, that is, I'm not going to say, or 80% damage reduction on normals, that's pretty good. Like, almost 300k defense with 80% damage reduction, that will work. It's not, like, the best in the world, but it'll work. Most bosses aren't piercing through that if they can't super. So 3 mil, again, I'm not going to, you know, lose my mind over 3 million, but it's certainly better than 1.7. Now we're at 3.1. And I believe we still have some hits to take to build up. So he's starting to look a little better. But, oh no, so he is fully built up at this point with attacks. So, again, I'll reserve judgment until I have him linked up back with the other Vegito. But at his max, he's hitting, what, 3.6, 3.7, no support? That's not great. That's not good. Like, and I know he's defensive, but, like, he takes a super, we lose. Like, what's the trade-off here? It's literally like you're just like playing with fire when you use this unit. You're just like hoping to God he doesn't take a super the whole time you're using him. That's it. I don't know. I'm not impressed. That's all I can really say. And if I'm using him wrong, I'm open to criticism. Like, you can tell me, and I'll be like, okay, then maybe I should have done this here, maybe I should have done that there, and I'm fine with hearing that. It's just I don't think I'm putting him in the worst situation because he is on a 200% leader skill. He is max links. He is 100%. He is being linked up with people with 4 to 5 links. His biggest partner, I'm looking at Dokkan info right now, it's 5 links. So it is impossible to go any higher than that. And it's looking like, you know, he's going to be hitting in the 3-ish million range, and that's not like great, like at all. And even with 80% damage reduction, it's like, you know, let's think about somebody like LR Golden Frieza, right? He hits for, you know, 6-7 million at 55%, and it's like, oh, by the way, he also has 90% damage reduction turn 1. And it's like this Vegito has 80% damage reduction except for supers, and he's hitting for 1.7 million on turn 1. So it's like, I don't know. I would rather him have like decreasing damage reduction, but it's also there for supers, because that's like, it's just so much more practical than what we have with this guy right now. And it's just not good enough. So again, I want to be more positive. I hate being negative about units, but it's just this guy does not have enough. And this was a EZA that I had link leveled and ready to go a long time like in advance. Like this guy's been done since like 2020, I feel like, and he's just not there. He's not cutting it. So we'll just kind of continue to run through this event. I feel like STR Vegito might screw the pooch a little bit here, so we'll see. And then Ice is giving us a good old-fashioned lock. Alright, I have an idea. Check me out. We're gonna do this, because Vegito is going to lose us this fight. And we're gonna grab these. Oh no, I can't do that. It's not gonna work. Is it fully charged? It's charged enough. We'll do the Super Spirit Bomb real quick. How much is this gonna do? 20 million? Not bad. And now we're up to 250k defense on him, and then we will grab these. And then we will get the guaranteed revival. So this is where it can kind of work. But it's like, yeah, go ahead. Take the super for us, big dog. Yeah, 797k. Not great. But again, we had the revival. We knew that was coming. So we are going to skip the standby animation. And that should be the end of Ice. Oh, what? Type advantage. What? Hello. What? Okay, there we go. Just basically, you know, just letting our power creep take advantage, or, you know, take care of business there. But physical Vegito. Final thoughts before I let you go. Absolutely has utility. Absolutely can be used in difficult content, but it is just going to be so difficult. It's exactly like using AGL Vegito, where it's like, oh, he's gonna look so impressive when you know where the super is, but it's so contingent on knowing where the super is. And with his links, to me, it's just not enough, because his best partners are Int Vegito, STR Vegito, Physical Vegito Blue, Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or Vegito. We got AGL Gogeta, Tech Gogeta, Physical Gogeta. We got STR Gogeta from the first year anniversary. It's like all these units that are sharing 5 links are not usable in this content. And it's a shame, but it's just how they did it. Like, he's the most usable of the bunch because of that damage reduction. So let me know what you guys think of Vegito down below. Are you guys excited now that he is on global? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you next time. A lot of fun.